guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Sophie. I make videos on cleaning, budgeting, organising and just general motherhood lifestyle. And for today's video, it's going to be 10 top tips on how to have a Christmas on a budget. So I basically do one of these videos every year, but I am freshening it up, bringing some new ideas and repeating some old ones too, just because they're fantastic. So we are going to get straight into the video. I understand that Christmas can be quite overwhelming, especially in this cost of living crisis. We as a family are struggling a little bit this year, so we are really wanting to cut back on Christmas. So I am using these tips and will be sharing all of these tips along the way to Christmas. So we're going to get in with number one, and that is DIY decorations. So I'm guessing you all have some decorations in the loft or wherever you keep them, and probably a lot of you like buy new every year or want to buy something to add to your collection, which is absolutely fine, and that's a really good way of sort of not being silly, just buying something each year. However, we're not buying anything this year. I've bought one bauble when we went to Spain, which that's just like a tradition of mine. I like to collect baubles from different places rather than have like a lovely aesthetic Christmas tree. Mine is literally full of memories, which I just love. Anyway, we're digressing. This year I'm going to be collecting lots of foliage from outside, from my own garden, from my parents' garden, from walks and stuff, like pine cones, evergreen like foliage, what's it called? Pine? You know what I mean, for the table. Now I did this last year and it worked like amazingly, and it looked so beautiful as well. I think fresh foliage is just a winner, and it's free. Obviously don't go round like cutting trees down and stuff like that. It's just stuff laying on the floor or in your own gardens. So I think this is just a really nice way of spending zero money but making your house feel Christmassy. You can also like spray it with some scented Christmas smells that you like. You can dry, what have we done before? What have we done? I put something in an airing cupboard one year. Oh, like was it pine cones and stuff? Like to make pot puree. I can't say that word. But you can sort of put your own spices on, dry it out and stuff like that. Oh, oranges. I didn't put it in an airing cupboard, I put them in the oven. So if you slice up oranges, cover them in like cinnamon powder, whatever spices you like, pop them in the oven, but on a really, really low temperature for a long time. And you can create like a garland with this. So I might do that this year again. So that is number one. Anyway, number two, and that is to set a budget. I normally start with this, so I'm not sure why I've said this for number two, but set a budget for what you are going to spend. Have a look and like actually think about how much you realistically want to spend. I've done a Christmas list of who I need to buy for, and I've put like an amount next to them. Mine's looking around £500. However, I don't have £500, so I'm on about, I want to half that to £250 realistically. And that's okay. And some of the tips I'm going to be sharing with you on this video are going to help you have a lower budget for each person. But on your budget, you want to add gifts, you want to add food, you want to add travel costs, you want to add experiences, you want to add everything that you want to do at Christmas, because you can really plan and get organised and not worry about it, but actually think about how much you realistically have, because that's where you need to start, guys. Okay, and number three is make gifts. I'm going to be doing this, I think, with our families this year. So me and Otis are going to have a little baking session, and also you really can't go wrong with a photo. In fact, I might do this for a lot of people this year. A nice photo that you've taken throughout the year with them people put it in a frame. You can get frames either secondhand or from anywhere really for like 99p. You could probably get them in a multi-pack as well. I just think this is such a nice gift. No one's ever going to be upset with a photo of them and said person on Christmas Day. It's so thoughtful. And if you just get like a plain frame, then they can either change it or it'll sort of match their vibe, if you know what I mean, so black or white. But baked goods as well, there's some recipes that you can sort of do weeks before, and you can make little hot chocolate packs. But again, these, you want to realistically think about what you actually have, rather than being like, we're going to bake brownies and then spending £30 on ingredients. That defeats the object. Do you know what I mean? Okay, and this brings me on to number 4, which is shop secondhand. I am going to be doing this year, and I'm going to be making a video hopefully next week or the week after on this. So I'm going to be going around charity shops. We've got a couple of like villages around us, towns, whatever you call them, that have like a lot of charity shops. So I'm going to be like, come Christmas shopping with me around charity shops, see what we can get. You can get some amazing things, especially for children, with toys and clothes, because they don't know, and who cares? My family, my friends won't care that I'm buying them secondhand stuff. I've actually started doing that this year and I've had no complaints yet. But you can get so much more for your money, but also you don't have to spend as much too. Also, on that note, I think this is a well-known thing, but for children, especially like your own children, so I'm going to be doing this for Otis, so there's 4 simple things that you need to follow, and that is something they want, something they need, something to wear, something to read. So that's 4 gifts that they'll get. So something they want is a toy or whatever that they want. Something they need, that could be like, I don't know, a new dressing gown, some new pyjamas, or something for school, some stationery, something like that. You get my gist. And something they wear could be, again, new pyjamas, some new clothes, a new tracksuit, whatever you want to get them, a new coat, and something to read, a nice new book. I really like that, and I think I'm going to be sticking to that this year. Okay, and next one is number 5, and that is plan budget meals. So around Christmas you have lots of gatherings, you have lots of different meals. Plan them. Plan 30 meals, put them in your notes, plan them, and think of budget ingredients. So a lot of vegetarian recipes, low cost meat recipes, there's loads if you just type it in on Google, but plan like a 30-day meal plan. I love doing this, and I'm definitely going to be doing that this year. You're probably not going to use them all, but it's a plan then, and then you, once you go Christmas food shopping around Christmas, you'll be like, I want this, this, this and this. Also, on the topic of like having people come over and stuff, ask them to bring food, ask them to bring a plate. No one's going to complain. Like, we're all in this cost of living crisis and people get it. If you're having a gathering and inviting 10 people, it's going to be expensive. So ask people, like, share the cost and you'll have a better evening. And the next one is shop sales. So there is summer sales on right now. And I don't think there's anything wrong with buying some summer clothes for Christmas. We're all, especially if you've got children, you're all going to need the next size up in clothes. I saw some t-shirts the other day. I bought them for my friend, little boys, and they were £1, literally £1. So that's their Christmas present done with a book. Do you know what I mean? And so cheap, but I just don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like, why should there be something wrong with buying summer stuff for Christmas? Especially, like, sorry, I'm digressing, but my little boy's birthday is September, and I feel like he never gets like summer presents. Do you know what I mean? Like outdoor presents, because his birthday's sort of going into autumn. So we buy him summer presents, and he can just put it away and use it next year. You'll be grateful in the summer next year. Anyway. The next one is reuse gift wrapping. So gift bags, wrapping paper, if you haven't ripped it, put it away, you reuse it. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I do this all the time. If Otis gets a present in a gift bag, I take the label off, reuse it. I think does everyone do this? I do it. I don't think I've actually bought a gift bag for about 5 years. I'm not going to lie. I've got a stack of them in my wardrobe that I just reuse and reuse, just because they're so expensive. Gift bags, £2, £2.50, £3. It's expensive. It's actually more than some of the presents I've bought. So yes, reuse your gift wrapping. So make sure you do that on Christmas Day. And my next one is experiences over gifts. So I love this idea, especially for friends. I think, why not, instead of buying presents, have an evening together. You can have it at home, do a hot chocolate evening, watch films. Like, how lovely would that be over like a gift set, a Dove gift set? Would you much rather do that? I personally would. Get your girls over, get your boys over, whatever you want to do. Have a hot chocolate night, hot chocolate powder, £2, marshmallows, £1. Ask someone to bring some cream. Do you know what I mean? Everyone put your Christmas pyjamas on, watch a Christmas movie. How lovely. I'd much rather do that. In fact, after this video, I'm going to plan that with my friends. And the next one is make your own Christmas cards. I personally don't send Christmas cards. I think they are a bit of a waste of money, but it is lovely having them around your house and receiving them. But I am going to probably make some Christmas cards with my little boy this year. He's into that age now where he wants to like draw, colour, stick and all that. So I'm definitely going to be making some Christmas cards for close family and friends. And how it's so much nicer receiving a personalised card over a shop bought card. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to be doing loads and loads of Christmas cards, but just for our family and friends. But if you're on a budget, sack it off, guys. Don't worry about it. They're probably not even going to know that they haven't received a card. Don't put pressure on yourself. And my final tip, number 10, and that is get a savings jar. I haven't done this year and I'm so annoyed with myself. I do it every year and I haven't. I've got £40 saved. That's me being honest. But start on let's say January the 1st next year, get a savings jar, or save now. You might be able to save £30-40 up till December, and then you've got that for this person's present or food shopping, blah blah blah. I think it's so good just putting loose change or notes, however much you've got. Save. It's gonna make your future self so much happier and less annoyed with yourself when you've got no money at Christmas. So I'm gonna end the video there, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm quite stressed about money, and I just want to be honest with you and share you my tips on how we are going to have the best but cheapest Christmas yet. So if you like this sort of content, make sure you stick around. Please subscribe, and let's do this budgeting together, because it's hard, guys. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye, guys.